be responsible for his fate.
The film, you know, it's done brilliantly well and it got really good reviews, but there has been a kind of, lots of people have said that it does feel too long.
The thing is, people say these things. There was always going to be some kind of reaction to it, I think, you know, in the light of Lord of the Rings. People said Lord of the Rings were too long. People said King Kong was too long. Pete likes to make long films.
I think what would have been a surprise if it was short. I don't think it was a huge surprise that it was, you know, of a certain length. I mean, Peter wants to shoot. I mean, and he likes to shoot a lot. It's hard for me to be objective about it. You know, I mean,
Yeah, sure.
if you talk to kids, if you say to kids, did you think it was too long? I bet you unanimously, kids would go, no way, I wanted more.
Yeah.
I think Peter cares more about the children and the critics, as he should.
My name is Bilbo Baggins.
Bagginses. What is Bagginses, precious?
Pete's telling a long story, and you need to learn about all of those dwarves, all of those characters.
There's a lot of exposition. There's a lot of getting to, you know, trying to figure out who's who in this world and what the reason for their journey is. And so the back history is very important.
And this is why the story is expanded into 3 movies, because come the Battle of the Five Armies, you're going to be glad that he took time in Bag End.
I don't think it is too long, and I think watching it on DVD, people won't find it too long in the slightest. They will not want it to stop.
And also, there's a slightly higher ticket price because of the high frame rate, so, you know, you get a little bit more film for your money. I understand why people see this big book and then this little book, but at the same time, a story is a story, and Tolkien wrote this story as a, you know, as a framework, and there were paths that he didn't explore. These paths are that Pete's exploring them. It's still the same world, and you've got, you know, probably 3 times as many characters. So why not? Why not go and have a look at what they're getting up to?
Bilbo, allow me to introduce Fili, Kili, Oin, Lorin, Darlin, Balin, Biffa, Boffa, Bomba, Dori, Ori, and the leader of our company, Thorin Oakenshield.
Because of the switch from 2 movies to 3 movies,
Yeah.
I think people went in with, I guess, some kind of baggage.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the interesting thing is, truthfully, I don't know much about it, but I do know that I think if anyone drove the 3-movie thing, it wasn't the studio, I think it was Peter.
Peter and Fran and Philippa as filmmakers and writers, you know, they make the films the length that they believe they ought to be, and structurally and dramatically.
And also, I think, you know, once you film something in that quality and the experimentation with the frame rate, it's very difficult to then put it onto a director's cut. You want to see it in a movie house because that's what it's made for.
Can you promise that I will come back?
No. And if you do, you will not be the same.